What's up everybody, welcome back to the Fit to Play Games channel. My name is Ace, and today guys I have an opinion on a video game for you guys. But for those of you who has already guessed what this game is from the thumbnail, then you guys are correct. But for you who are still kind of thinking what this game is and still kind of baffled and confused, then I'm going to tell you that game right now, and that is the Eiyuden Chronicles Rising. But before I get ahead of myself, I want to let everybody know that's watching this video, my opinions on the video game on topic is completely different from a video game review. It might sound like it might correlate, but it's completely different. A video game review is 100% completion with a little bit more of an in-depth description of the video game in comparison to my opinion, which is my first 10 to 12 hours of gameplay and experience with the video game, which allows me to tell you guys if the video game that I'm playing and I'm having an opinion on is good or bad. Now that's been said and done, let's go ahead and move on with the video. Eiyuden Chronicles Rising. The first time I heard about this game was from my Kickstarter page. I got a newsletter from Rabbit and Bear Inc. and they were expressing how glad they are that they're somehow going to be able to release some type of supplemental game that kind of preps us gamers for the main course, which is the Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Now, I thought that was bizarre in my opinion, because you have a main game that you're working on that kind of takes away your focus and your concentration on that main game, and now you're pushing forward and kind of like delaying the main game because you guys worked on a side game, side piece. But to be honest guys, that was just my own opinion the first time I saw it, and you know, this was a tandem work with Rabbit and Bear Inc. with 505 Games, and I thought to myself, I don't really need it. It looks like it's a boring side scroller. I've played so many side scrolling hack and slash games, dungeon crawlers in my life, and that looks boring as heck. Now, the most important rule to remember and go by is don't ever judge a book by its cover, in which I did with Eiyuden Chronicles. Now, I've seen the trailer and I watched the slight gameplay that they have within that trailer, and I embedded it in my head and said, it's gonna be a 2D side scroller hack and slash dungeon crawler, and I played so many of these. This is gonna be super boring, which I was completely wrong. So guys, don't ever judge a book by its cover, especially if it's a game that you guys are kind of counting on. Now, just out of curiosity, I started playing it 2 days ago. You know, I told myself, what's the harm? You know, it's a free download code that I got from my Kickstarter. I'll just go ahead and download and try it for myself, see how boring it's going to be. And I played the game, uploaded it or downloaded it, and sure enough, I got my socks blown off, and as well as got slapped 20,000 times, because this game is good. It's a really good game. It's its own game. For me to think that this is just a side game to make you kind of scratch that itch before you get to the main game, it's its own actual game. It has everything, anything and everything that Suikoden had to offer back in the day on the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, etc. is all here. Rune improvements, different stores that you can unlock in your city, town building, as well as meeting and getting different endearing characters to meet and greet in this game. It has it all, and I can't believe that I thought to myself that this was going to be a boring game. A lot of you guys probably thought this was going to be a fetch game where all you have to do is kind of, you know, do quests, improve on the town, get the town improving, etc. That's going to be a boring thing. Honestly, I got addicted into doing and getting a lot of quests done and getting the stamps. Is that weird? I mean, I get a kick out of it every time Garu yells at CJ and says, "What is up with you?" and stamps. And man, this game is great, guys. It's amazing, and I'm surprised that this was only released digitally. And you know, I'm kind of hoping that they would make this as a physical game, because I will be all over this. My honest opinion, this game is amazing. The music is great. The 3D visuals is great. It doesn't even make you think that you're actually playing a 2D side scroller because of how beautiful the visuals are. Even the river, if you guys go by and pass over the farm all the way down to the pastures and you cross a bridge, there is a river there. The river sounds like it's a real river and it flows like a real river. And you know, it's really hard to think that this was a 2D game, but it is a 2D game, but it's beautifully made. And the boss fights are amazing. I'm not going to talk about the boss fight, guys. This is just an opinion videos, but the boss fights, if you guys are into these types of hack and slash games that there's big bosses, it almost feels like a slight Metroidvania in a way too, because you know, you're fighting bigger bosses and you're this small character against all of these gigantic bosses, which is super fun in my opinion. And it's not as hard. It's simplified. Yes, it's a hack and slash, you know, you can button mash whichever, but there's also this mechanic where it allows you to chain your attacks with different characters. And when you chain your characters, you're resulted with higher damage outputs with these characters, and I'm amazed by that. And it's super fun to keep using actually on bigger foes. In a way, this just is a really fun game, guys. In my opinion, it's a good game, and if you have not tried Eiyuden Chronicles Rising yet, guys, you should definitely do yourself a favor, try it and enjoy it and savor the flavor. It sounds like a food, but honestly, savor the flavor, because that is what is going to set you for the bigger stage once Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Hero comes out. Now, before I end this video, I want to talk about the smallest, most tiniest microscopic gripe that I have with this game. You see how small that is? You can't even get in there. You can't open that. It's microscopic. And that is, there's not enough characters to go around. You only get 3. You're limited to 3. You get CJ, Garu, and Isha. I just wish that they implemented the befriending of the different colorful characters within the game so you can take them out adventuring. You know what I mean? To be able to unlock that different attacks. Yes, there is a link attack that you can do within the game, but if they would have implemented something that was taken out of the Suikoden series, that would be the co-op attack. What I mean by that is, if there's 2 characters that kind of correlates to each other, that are a little similar, like a ninja or a spy, and they correlate, they have this coordinated attack that they can do just by themselves, and by doing so has more damage output, as well as some kind of debuff on the enemy or the opponent that you're trying to attack. So, you know, those are one of the things that kind of made me love Suikoden, because it has so much more to offer. And yes, this game has a lot of things to offer. I'm not saying it doesn't. I just wish that they could have added that a little bit more. But I'm happy on how the game turned out. I'm glad that I tried it for myself, because I would be kicking myself if I didn't. And yeah, I hope that you guys got something out of this video game opinion video. Guys, if you love these types of videos and this is one of those things, then please give this video a thumbs up. As well as for those who are new to my channel and this is the first time you see a video game opinion, not a review, a video game opinion, then please consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more. But with that being said, guys, I hope you try this game and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do as well. Until then, I'll see you on the next video. Later.